Be sure to tune in and witness the race to the top.
Okay, so everyone at home should know the rules by now, but this is how it's going to go down in the studio. So Lafell is going to draw all the teams from Seed 1, Gideon will then draw all the teams from Seed 2, and then you guys will each draw 4 teams from Seed 3. Simple? Understand?
Very, very easy, yeah.
Let's get straight to it.
All right, so this is Seed 1. These are where all of the champions are, and this is the very first ball of the day. And the team that we got here is from the Philippines, Blacklist International.
Ooh, that's a big one. I think every team here is going to be looking at Blacklist International, top-tier contender. Ooh, and they're going into Group A. They're really setting the standard.
Blacklist International Group A, but as we were saying before, right, every single team in this group can't be messed with. I mean, they're all very strong. Who is going to come out next? Seed 1 Group.
Yeah, we can already see in Group A, very, very tough. So now, going in to Group B is the second team. I can see a little bit of it. And over here from Indonesia, Onyx Esports.
Yeah, another big team here. And honestly, I'm feeling like it's the year of Onyx. We've got double the representatives this time round. Don't know whether or not they're going to be able to take the cake, but it's very good odds here.
Potential chances for Onyx versus Onyx in the stages, right, as well.
Very true.
Yeah, but they are in Group B. Let's see who is in Group C from Seed 1. Please draw out the third.
So from here, again, 50-50 chance. So let's see. Group C, our representative, this one is very tight over here, but looks like we've got EVOS Singapore.
Oh boy, 2-time champions of the MPL SG, and they're playing on home turf. They're going to be going into Group C here, and I think this is going to be quite an interesting M3.
Maybe 3-time champions after M3. Let's see and confirm the final team who will be in Group D from Seed 1.
Yes, it'll be very surprising if it's any other team than Malaysia's Team SMG.
Team SMG, that stands for Still Moving Under Gunfire, founded by the famous Chinese singer JJ Lin, winning MPL MY. They're going into Group D. It's only the beginning of the anime arc.
Thank you. My Chinese music range has now improved after that. Thank you very much, Gideon. And we have now officially got, well, the first seeded teams. Let's take a little recap at this. Now, Lafell, looking at this, if you're in C2, C3, which group would you like to avoid right now?
Okay, so as of right now, Group A, Group B, generally you want to avoid the Philippine and as well as the Indonesian teams. But Group C and D, they're still a powerhouse that you don't want to mess with. Again, like Gideon said, EVOS SG 2-time champions in their own region. SMG has never won. This is the first time that they have become champions, and now they're going straight to Group D in the M3.
Gideon, you'll be doing C2. From C2, in your opinion, which is the strongest team?
Ooh, from C2, already I'm looking towards Onyx PH. I'm looking towards, the classic RRQ. However, I am very, very worried about the Brazilian representatives, the Red Canids, as well as See You Soon, both of which had their own moments within their own local countries, but it's just going to make this group even spicier. I don't know. I'm curious for Group A.
I would like to see Onyx versus Onyx. So please make it happen, and let's reveal the first team from C2 that's going into Group A.
All right, here we go. This is actually a lot more nerve-wracking than I thought. Okay, here we go. Oh, boy. It looks to be, the other way around, Red Canids.
Yeah, but Red Canids over here, one of the most famous teams in Brazil. They had a pretty good regular season as well as qualified for playoffs stage in second after dropping the first game to DMX in playoffs. They came back from the lower bracket and won the first MPL Brazil Season 1.
Interesting team. They are in Group A, the Red Candidates. Who is going to be in Group B? Gideon, please reveal.
No worries. I've already began the stir. All right.
I love this stirring motion. He's got it. He's got it.
No pressure. I know a lot of people are going to be very upset if they don't get the right groups here, so I'm hoping that this is going to be balanced overall. Here we go. Pulling this one out.
This be Onyx versus Onyx.
Could be. I'm seeing that.
Wow! Onyx again was already considered as the underdog in MPL Season 8 after several seasons, but again, Onyx this season for both Indonesia as well as Philippines, both of these teams look very, very strong. And Mark, you called it. Looks like we're going to see an Onyx versus Onyx.
Onyx versus Onyx. I wanted it to happen. It is going to happen. And just for confirmation, they will be in Group B. Onyx, Philippines. Let's see the third team. Oh, this is exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Onyx
is.
versus Onyx already.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I mean, you've already called out one. Would you like to call this one out as I crack it?
I'm going to let you do this.
You know what?
Right.
Let's find out here.
See you soon. I'm going to call it. See you soon.
Okay, okay, here we go. Revealing it right now.
Oh, it is. It is.
See you soon. All right. So here's the thing, right?
Wow.
Cambodia, as we speak with them, they are generally one of the most aggressive regions to play in the MPL. So again, I'm very, very interested to see how they're going to play in M3 against all of the other regions.
Honestly, I am too. Cambodia, really up and coming, and I just love their overall playstyle. They want fights, they'll get fights.
They are unpredictable. But what's not predictable is the next team in Group D. We know who it is going to be. So please reveal just to make sure.
All right, just for the sake of formality, we're cracking this one open, making sure that everything is set in stone. And here we go. It is going to be RRQ.
RRQ from Indonesia. Again, this is one of those teams that do not need any kind of introduction. They have a large list of resumes, winning a lot of local tournaments, MPLs, as well as international tournaments. They are looking very, very good. And Group D already looking very spicy.
Group D is looking spicy. Let's just have a little recap at these groups right now. Okay, so we have drawn Seed 1, Seed 2. Gideon, I'm going to ask you the question right now. I asked it to Lafel earlier. Which group, in your opinion, needs to be avoided if you're in Seed 3?
Honestly, right now, if you're in C3, I would definitely want to avoid Group B. It's got some of the strongest teams already listed up there. I think everybody else has a pretty good distribution overall, but just I feel like it's the year of Onyx. They're popping off. They're going to have to go against each other at some point. But for the other two teams, we'll have to see.
And Lafel, how about yourself? Which group do you think looks like the easiest route to get through?
As of right now, I have to be honest with you, Mark. None of these groups, as of right now, look very, very easy. Because again, Group A, you have the Filipino champions, Blacklist International. Try to avoid them. In Group D, RRQ and SMG. Both of these teams used to be coached by the same person, so their playstyle is amazing. And in Group C, see you soon. Very, very aggressive team. I would try to avoid them as well.
Well, it's time for Seed 3 right now. We've got some new teams, and it's going to be interesting to see which group they landed. So let's reveal the first four from Lafel.
All right, this is going to be very, very interesting. I am actually looking forward for the American teams to be playing, so hopefully
Are you calling that then as the first one? The North American
Well, looks
team?
like I'm not going to get what I'm asking for because the first team is MVG.
Ooh, Malvinas Gaming from Latin America. The team from Argentina. Very interesting. Gideon, do you know much about them?
Well, I know that they did come from the Mlbb Latam, and overall their playstyle generally isn't going to be questioned too much. Most people are probably not going to keep too close of an eye, which is going to be their biggest advantage.
So they will be in Group A. A few more teams still left to draw. Who it's their first time competing in this. Could this be one right now?
I'm going to crack one open at this very moment and require a little bit more time, but for this one, the second team, the team that will be going into Group B is Team Todak from Malaysia.
Wow. Wow. Group B is looking even more stacked. Todak, big veterans here in MPL Malaysia. More importantly, this is going to be one of the most deadliest groups we've seen so far.
Already calling it the group of death. Wow.
Yes, Mark, I agree. I'm kind of shaking. Group B, I'm so sorry for whoever gets into Group B after this, but right now we have to focus on Group C, and looks like going into Group C is from Russia, Team Navi.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Navi also used to be known as Deusbal or Unique Devil from the CIS region. Overall, very aggressive playstyle, almost similar to See You Soon, but they've got their own flair, their own style.
Well, of course, that means Born to Win, Natus Vincera. Do you think they've got a chance of going through in this group so far?
Honestly, I feel like they have a very good chance. They have been trying for 3 seasons now. Right now is the M3.
And they're not in Group B as well.
Yeah, so now cracking another one open over here. We can see.
I see an X.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's what you saw, and we
It is.
got Team GX Squad.
From the Middle East, from, of course, the qualifiers there. Another team who is new to this and unexpected, do you think?
I don't think it is unexpected. Eventually, we were going to get through these squads anyways, but more importantly, they put up a great fight against Akatsuki. They mainly play around their mid and as well as their tank, having great synergy, allowing them to take control over the map. I think this is the perfect group for them.
Okay, just confirmation, GX Squad will be in Group D, and let's have a little recap. We've got 4 more teams left to reveal. So Gideon, looking at these 4 groups, you've got 4 teams left right now. So you're saying Group B is the group of death. Which team from those 4 would really complete it, making it the group of death? Which one do you think that we've got left to reveal that is the strongest in your opinion?
Singapore, for sure. That would make sure that all the major regions are all listed all in one place, and it's going to be such a deadly combo. I wouldn't even mind if Brazil decided to join Group B as well.
Well, we've got 4 more teams left in Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. Gideon, please do us the honors.
All right, here we go. Let's see who is going to be going into this next group here.
So you're hoping it's not RSG?
Well, we'll wait and see.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm
I'm gonna
nervous.
call it BTK. You haven't
Okay.
cracked it open.
I'm about to.
I'm
Here
thinking
we
it's
go.
BTK.
You've been spot on for a large majority of it. I'm
All right.
hoping you're wrong out of sheer sake of it, but no, it is actually BK.
Okay, so here's the thing. They have 3 notable players, Cabral, Luis, and Mikey. They have played in M2, and they are part of the reason why Malaysian teams, Singaporean teams, had a very, very hard time in M2.
Well, they will be going to Group B because obviously the Red Candidates are already in Group A, so they're going to be moved down to Group B. And let's see who the next team is coming out here. That's the first time we've had to do that. I thought we wouldn't have to do that, but
To be
this
fair,
is what happens.
he didn't semi-called it. He did say he wouldn't mind VK being in Group B.
Well, yeah, I semi-called it, but it's not 100% accurate here.
I'm still calling it for BTK for Group A, so I have a second chance here.
Well, let's find out as we are revealing our next team. It is going to be BDL going into Group B.
Yeah, Badel, again, shrouded in mystery. No other teams know what they're going to do, and even they have said it themselves. This is going to be a very, very big advantage going into M3 because, again, everyone will be researching everyone. But when no one knows what you're going to do, again, big surprises.
So Badel will be in Group A. We've got 2 more teams left to draw, but we don't have to draw them because of the regions. It's already been done, so thank you so much, guys, for that draw. Let's just have a quick look at the draw. Now we know the final 2 teams and which groups they are going to go inside. So, of course, so there you have it. In Group C will be BTK because RSG, of course, can't go into Group C as there's already a Singaporean team in Group C. So RSG will be in Group D. Now, Gideon, there are 2 more balls left in there, so let's just make sure those are the 2 teams.
No worries, not a
Thank you.
formality. Oh.
Come on. This is your luck. We have to test. Because, again, RSG, they're confirmed going to Group D. Let's try to make it happen. You have to draw BTK now.
Oh.
I mean, you guys already drew Onyx versus Onyx, so Gideon, I have high hopes for you.
I don't.
I like the confidence, guys. Thanks. Really. No pressure here whatsoever. Gonna crack this bad boy open. Let's see who it's going to be.
Well,
Here we
Gideon.
go.
RSG.
Well, this is Team RSG again. Gideon cannot do it, but RSG SG. They were formed as the MBLMY SG Season 5 champions. They have been established since Season 1 in SG, but the thing is, RSG, their past achievements, they have plenty of them, and again, they also played a very methodical style of MLBB.
Of course, RSG SG will be going into Group D, and for confirmation, who is the team that is going in Group C? You're going to get this right because it's the only ball inside.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is also one of the most hyped up teams that everyone's really been looking forward to. If you don't know them, well, you're missing out because it is definitely going to be BTK.
Yeah, BTK coming in from North America qualifiers. A lot of people, fans, players are looking forward to see how BTK plays because they have been undefeated throughout the playoffs with a clean 2-0. But again, that is in NA. We do want to see how will they perform against all of the other C regions as well as the other MPL or non-MPL regions.
Gideon, the Bloodthirsty Kings. What is it about this team that everyone's raving about? Because you guys were talking about them beforehand.
Well, look, it's the NA hype here. We've had many personalities talk about them. We have seen their performances as well in their own qualifiers. This team is just leagues ahead of everybody else in NA. The question is, will they stand up to the more experienced and more entitled side of Southeast Asia?
Well, interesting groups. Let's just have a recap on the full group draw. You guys mentioned the group of death. Looking at it right now, it is probably going to be Group B, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Again, we have Onyx champions from Indonesia, Onyx Philippines runner-up from the Philippines, Poda the runner-up from Malaysia, and right now VK coming in from Brazil. As of right now, Group B is probably the most competitive just because they have a lot of, as I said, they have a lot of resume, they have a lot of achievements under their name.
And Gideon, how about the most exciting group? I'm going to say you're going to go for Group C simply because when we were doing the interviews, you mentioned a lot of these teams are very unpredictable. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I would say that Group C, not only are they unpredictable, they're some of the most aggressive we have, especially CU Sunan as well as Na'Vi. Both of these teams really like to go hard or just go home. Luckily in this group stage, nobody's going to go home just yet. It's really competing for the upper brackets.
So that is the group draw. The schedule is what we're going to show you next. Of course, day one, we have got some great matches taking place.